I'm Tom Vessel.
Why is it always on this show you come with the yo?
He's coming correct.
I'm Mike DeLisio. I refuse to participate in this yo fest.
I'm just Camilla Cleghorn.
Yo, what's up? My name is Z Garcia, and you're here at the show. Let's get ready to drop the...
We're in a cold room.
We are.
Oh,
I know,
thank
this is
goodness.
good enough. That's all I need.
Only cold room of the
The air
house.
conditioning has blown out the dice tower, and the AC repair unit team has been...
Repair unit team. That sounds much more grand than it was.
Yeah, that's not what I was calling him.
they've been less than
I had
helpful.
other names, yeah.
We might
I
be
had
without
other thoughts.
air for a week, which I know if you're in the rest of America, you're going, oh, how
Yeah,
sad.
Crimea River. Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know. It's warm, okay?
But-
I know I'm wearing a jacket as I
Yeah,
say.
you're all bundled up here.
Yeah, but in here, this
This
one
studio's
specific
okay.
room has its own
This is the new
unit.
studio. Thanks for back our Kickstarter last year.
You're literally saving our lives right now.
Yep.
We'll be doing everything from here for the rest of the day. All right. This is a show about stuff on Kickstarter and GameFound. And someday Backer Kit, it's coming.
Yeah,
I'm
perhaps.
seeing stuff start to show up there.
A little bit.
That's ending in the next 9 or 10 days or whatever, or less. Here we go.
Good look at that one.
Ah,
Say it.
Yep.
And Fattiful.
Oh, that's not bad.
Falafel.
See, I heard-
Falafel, right?
I listened to it the last time it was on the list, and I don't remember. Hnefthal?
That sounds right.
Hnefthal. Okay, so the H is silent.
The H is silent.
Hnefthal.
By the
No,
way,
I think it's Hnefthal.
I want to have
Okay.
a word with people who made up silent letters.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Says Thomas.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I agree with that. Look, if
Thomas.
you write it down but not to be said, then I don't get it. I'm not on the same wavelength
I mean,
as
does
you.
it change the long or short vowels afterwards? You know, that kind of stuff. Like, does it serve a
Sometimes, but-
purpose? Even if it's not said, does it serve a purpose?
But there's a
No,
lot
like
of letters.
sock. Socks. Why is a C there? Kay was like, I don't go anywhere without C. Anyway,
agree. There's
what do, you
a lot.
Because
guys,
if it's S-OK, would I don't know.
what do you guys think about this one here? This is like a very classic look.
Yeah, but
It's weirdly classy looking, but also very handmade look, and also doesn't look like much of a game.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's like a weird mix of, we know chess and we know these other classic games. We, a few friends who are of Viking, descent, I guess, we like these kinds of games.
Sure.
We're not really like knowledgeable at large. I'm speaking for them a lot. We're dummies. We're kind of noobs, and we wanted to make a game. I think it looks cool.
Do you think the paint job here hurts it more than helps?
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
it's
I think it
not
would look
good.
better. I think it would look better with like just one color.
Go with like
Or just
brushed
stone,
steel
yeah.
or stone.
Yep.
Yeah, go classy. It
So-
looks gaudy.
So my question, I guess, is this is not an established game. Did they create the game? I couldn't tell. Like, was this
that's
kind
a
of like
good
a chess,
question.
like a long game, and this is just a interesting chessboard, for example? I know we're making that a
Ooh,
lot.
I don't know.
Because I couldn't tell from this. It goes over the game, but it seemed like it assumed you knew the game if you were in this, and so I didn't know.
Do we have any Vikings in the chat who could answer that question?
Yeah, they haven't how to play, obviously. But
Right.
Right. Is this a pre-existing kind of older classic game?
Because I
or-
got the feeling that they were selling this board and 3D, STLs, or they'll print it for you, something like that. So anyway, so I couldn't tell on that one. A game that is going to look this classy, though, I'm really hesitant with 3D printed stuff, unless you have like a resin one, or you're going to do like a stone effect or something like that. But I want it like carved out of marble, I think,
Yeah, somebody is saying this is an old game and that it predates chess.
Well, there
Okay,
you go.
all right, that's
Okay,
what
so
I thought.
they're
Yeah, yeah.
offering a game which is a classic
go.
game.
Yes.
Okay, then everything I said mostly was wrong. I still
Yeah.
They're not dummies. They're, I'm sure, very smart people putting out an edition of an old classic
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
but I unfortunately don't think it's that classy looking.
Yeah.
No, I'm putting it on the same level as chess. I'll just assume it's basically chess. If this was the chess set, I don't like the pieces that much.
I don't like the pieces.
If there's anything that evokes the Viking era to me, it's 3D printing. So I think they're doing a fantastic
I do like the leather board. I do think the
That is
leather,
nice.
the piece of leather, the leather
I like
mat,
the wood
guess,
better
yeah.
than leather.
But something like this, I think it is cool. Kind of looks like an animal skin,
leather.
All right. Stranger Tales.
You had it right the first time, Tom.
Stranger Tales. Are you ready for a nightmare? I don't don't hate this logo, but this logo
I do.
doesn't match the look of the game. Oh, you do hate that logo?
I don't like it at all. I think I don't like it.
You feel like it's kind of a high school designed it? High schooler?
I think that's being kind to high schoolers. I'm not a huge fan. I don't.
Wow.
I don't look. I don't know. Something about this one is off-putting to me. I don't know what it is.
To high schoolers, not being mean to high schoolers.
Yeah. I don't know. That looks okay. I mean, I think that looks kind of, but I don't. Something about this, I just don't care.
All right, which one of these is the scariest to you? Of these 6.
The alien. There's no question.
Oh no, that little creepy doll.
I went
Killer
to Mel.
doll.
The killer,
yeah.
killer doll scares me most because they could be right underneath this couch right now.
Doll,
Look at an alien.
No. They're just a little one
See,
you
I
can
walk in
smush
my
with your
house
feet.
and you can see it doll, and you're like, I wonder.
Here's the thing that throws me off about this campaign. This seems like it's one of those that is trying to be everything to everybody. It's like, hey, you want an RPG? Here's an RPG. Hey, you want a board game? Here's a board game. Hey, you want a solo game? Here's a solo game. You want a competitive game? Here you go. You want a cooperative game? It can't be everything.
I agree. That was actually my biggest problem. Also, that 4 looks like an A. I had a real problem with that.
Oh my gosh, it's
Hey,
not.
create your own investigation.
Yeah, because they went, go back up, Tom, go back up. It went 1, do the thing, 2, do this, 3, and then I went, A, create your, I'm like, wait, what happened? It took me an embarrassingly long time to be like, oh, it's a 4 that looks like an A.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't figure it out, so you're ahead of me. Congrats.
I agree with Mike. It looks like they're trying to be everything to everyone. If you like the 80s, this is for you. Is kind of their message.
Sure,
like it doesn't
sure.
matter what you like about the 80s. It's in here. What kind of game, what kind of experience. They want to be everything to everyone.
Well, I was wondering if they weren't just trying to jump on the hype of Stranger Things,
yeah.
as well. I mean, but I think they do have kind of that trope already established in their other games they've done. So I think they kind of saw that crossover and were like, oh, hold on, we can do something similar, So that's like, which I don't necessarily, I'm not against. I really do like that, and the theme does pull me in. But I am, as a primary board gamer, you say it's like, hey, it's something for everyone. And I still look at this and I'm like, yeah, but what for me? I don't understand. So they do have the RPG, the quick start that you can go ahead and download and look at. So if you do know more about that, you can kind of see what you're getting into. I opened it up and made it through like half a page and was so, reminded why I'm not an RPGer. But yeah, just as a board gamer, hey, this is for you too. I still don't come away knowing how.
You find yourself searching through your fanny pack, looking for your lost shoulder pad.
I want to be as kind to Antonio as possible since he and I are the exact, to the day, same age.
Oh, really?
I don't know why he decided to put his birthday in
Oh,
his
well,
biography.
interesting. Okay.
But I was also born September 8th, 1976. But
You guys are also born in the same place.
yeah, Naples. And I got to stop because I'm going to start answering security questions
That's
soon.
correct.
Yeah.
But I played last Friday, and it's a pretty bad game. I wanted to like that game so much.
Wait, you played this game?
Last Friday.
I didn't play
I
this
thought you meant
last Friday.
you played this game. Sorry.
But he designed last Friday, which is basically a game where one person's Freddy or Jason or whoever chasing a bunch of campers, which sounds like a pretty fun thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's just not a good game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you play it?
I did not. Oh,
What about that stay away
pick an
game?
emoji.
Ooh, how do you feel about the game?
Where's the crying one?
Why is the emoji thing up?
You clicked. You went like that
slapped
on your,
it.
you're like a cat. What about that stay away game? I know that one's pretty old. It's been around. Have any of you played that one?
No.
I don't remember.
Gosh, thematically though, I love these. I want to like these really bad.
Yeah,
It's
right.
really
It's-
disappointing to
I'll
hear.
stick to Final.
These are very much like B-movie horror kind of board games. It's like the board game version of a bad, schlocky horror movie, which I'm not interested.
Speaking of a little schlocky, Aegis Combining Robots Season 2. Now, I played the first one of these, which is it really has a feel of an old school game.
Okay.
In a way,
Sure looks like it.
The old, hey, put a bunch of mechs on a board and fight, and you have
Okay.
all these little robots, and it's possible sometimes that, and the whole thing is, ooh, some robots can combine into another robot. Yeah,
What?
I know.
It's 25 to 120 minutes.
Like GoBots, you mean?
Well, that's basically you pick a scenario, and that's why it's all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I liked the game. It was fun. I thought the components could have been better. I still think that. On this new one, I was kind of hoping... I don't need miniatures, but those standees also look like... Again, everything has this kind of early 90s vibe to it.
It really
Do the
does.
standees have stats and stuff on them?
No, you gotta look at
Okay.
the cards. See this card? Look at all that wealth of information there.
I don't know, the font for their logo just reminds me of like the stuff that you would get out of you put a couple of quarters and you turn the thing and some little toys that pop out. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't.
Your little temporary tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about this one. The last thing we looked at was very 80s. I don't know, this is very 90s, to me.
Yeah. Yep.
It feels like a rip-off Pokemon kind of thing.
little bit
Again,
of
I
that,
feel like
yeah.
I'm walking into Toys R Us and these
Right.
are the cheap toys.
Exactly right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
none of us have played it.
Hey yo.
By now, you know if you like Aegis or not. I do. That's a funny quote.
That's a
actually.
great
I think,
quote.
I think I was just the video. I'm like, after explaining the game,
Yeah, at this
were-
point, you either
watch
know
it.
if you like it or not.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those games. And again, I think, and I can say the same thing
I
here.
guess they were better than them just quoting you saying, I do.
But I will tell you, that quote is much more fancy when it says Thomas Vassal. Like, it seems
Yeah.
much more
Thomas.
authoritative.
Oh, did it say Thomas
It
Vassal?
sure did.
Thomas.
It said Thomas
silent
Vassal,
letters here.
and you sounded much more authoritative.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what, though. Again, I think
Vassal.
the same thing. If you think the idea of
Right.
taking a bunch of robots, running around fighting each other sounds cool, you will like this. If you're like, nah, you won't. I mean, it really is that
I mean,
way.
I think by now we all know if we would like it or not.
We do.
I do.
Not.
No, I did like the game. I didn't love it because again, there's a few clunkiness, but there is the whole fun of combining robots. That is a
sure.
fun thing to do. Voltron's still
sounds
one of my
fun.
favorite cartoons.
Voltron is awesome.
Voltron's great.
All right. Color My Quest. Now I don't normally put role-playing games in here. No, I
Yeah.
put kids games in.
Yeah,
I just
well.
thought this was cute. I liked how this looked.
Have you seen the original? Like, did that
No.
come through the office? Okay, yeah, I had neither.
Yeah.
I hadn't even heard of it, so I didn't know if you had.
Yeah, because this is already like a follow-up. They've done these before.
The original was an RPG, and now this is like a board game, adventure game.
Yeah.
You know, where you're trying to go through. So I thought this was super cute, though.
Very cute.
I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't the 100 because that really limits. I mean, are they gone yet?
But I think it's print and play, right?
It is.
So it doesn't matter if it's make 100, right? I mean, you can just print your own.
I don't want to print my own.
Well, you know.
Wait a minute,
you
there's
don't.
229
Have
backers.
Wendy do it.
Oh, that's digital.
Yeah, it's very cute. I like that. I mean, I don't know if kids would be into, coloring the thing and then cutting it out and playing with
Right,
it
right.
as pieces. Mm-hmm. But maybe I don't know.
I don't
What
know
do
about that either.
kids?
I do-
Get off my lawn.
I do know that kids would like coloring it. I don't know if they would like the playing with a paper doll part.
I wonder if they would like, because I'm thinking as a parent, what I would do is, we color it one night. Okay, then they go to bed. I cut it out, laminate it so it's not little pieces of paper, and then we play the game that they have made.
I'm going to
You
cut
know?
it out and put it on those old shrinky-dink things and
Yes.
put it in the oven
Put it
where
in
it
the oven.
shrinks into those little hard ones that you can hang on the windows.
Or just get those rollers that we saw, then you can do a base and everything for it.
no!
Great.
Stop trying to make the rollers happen.
By the time your kid wakes up, you've been like sweating. You've been working all night at the kiln. You've been like
Right.
baking a board game for
That's
them, and they're like, "No, I want to just go to the park instead." Sit down.
You will play.
No, I think this is really cute. I can think, in fact, my nephews are really into RPGs and that kind of stuff, and I think that this is one that they could get their little sister to play even, who's,
That's
I think,
cool.
like 6 or 7, and, they're 9 to 12. And so I was like, it's kind of that cross, not generation, age, because it does scale young here, I think is really a neat idea.
Sorry, there's a great comment in there.
Get out of my swamp.
No, my wife's
Which one?
vows.
I can't see it. from
All
here.
right. Anyhow. Next. Crypto.
Can't see.
Because by now you'll know if you like Todd or not, and I do.
That's pretty good, Todd.
My wife's vows. It's great.
All right. Crypto Collector. An auction board game as an art owner.
Does this theme already seem dated? It's like,
I'll tell you what. I agree. I think it does, but
Yeah.
also this game looks pretty good, except for the theme.
yeah, well, and I don't love the art there. I don't,
I don't have a problem with the art. It's very like pixely. It's very modern.
Yeah.
The
characters I don't
online
like.
world. I don't mind the
wow.
artwork. The
Very
card
different.
selection, the auctioning. There's one mechanism that kind of looked a little bit like Furnace, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not, but it
Right,
kind of
right.
looks like that. So the game sounds interesting. Mm-hmm. The topic and the theme
Yeah.
is a major detraction for me.
Yeah.
I'm just not interested. I find it lame. The whole crypto collector, Plus, is this not technically not crypto? Crypto is currency, isn't
Crypto
this
is currency, I think. NFT.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be NFT collector?
That doesn't roll off the tongue like crypto.
This is
Neither
going to
does
be, I think, a
crypto
dead
collector.
thing in like 2 years, right? By the time this comes out,
I think so.
people are going to be like,
That is true.
Yep.
you stick with the fish. Then Michael make it his favorite game.
Thank you for the super chat.
Well, maybe, you know.
Super chat, Tom.
He said Nevada. Nevada is my favorite state
Here we go.
to be
here we go.
kickstarted. All right, Twin Raiders PNP. This looks pretty cool, actually.
I don't hate the idea of the game. It looks kind of fun.
Yeah, it's the same thing we've seen like with the roll and writes, like a print and play version. Then we saw that one of the underwater, the hermit crab one a couple weeks
that's
ago,
right.
something like that. So again, I like this idea. Gameplay wise, I don't think this is for me, but again, I like what they're doing and kind of the type of games that they're able to offer. Again, speaking more of the platform, the actual game, I have close to negative interest in.
By
It
the
looks
way,
very small and cute.
Yeah.
kudos on what is PNP game.
Yes, that's a
great
good-
job.
I agree.
Yes.
I like that a
guy-
lot.
Don't assume.
This Marco gentleman here is an artist mainly, I think. It looks like he does, the game creation, certainly, but also the artwork.
Uh-huh.
And I adore the look of his games. Actually, there's a bunch of these games in this page.
Oh, interesting.
That's just the top one.
Right.
But I love his style. I love the look of these.
Ooh, I like
Each
this
one for €3. Just really neat. I mean, to the point that I would love to have this produced as like a little collection of games. A bunch of little games in a package, all with artwork
That's
from
cool.
this artist, illustrator. Because I don't really like the whole print and play thing.
Yeah.
I'm just not, it's going to look
Right.
kind of janky. I'm doing it, so it's not going to be. It looks homemade. I'm not a fan of that. But if this was produced, I'd be into it.
I don't know. I wonder if you can print it on. Well, never mind. I'm showing my super geek. All right, you know what? This is the place to show my super geek. I'm wondering if you can print it on like sublimation paper and then sublimate it onto like a playmat or some sort of something
What
like that.
paper?
And so,
What paper?
sublimation. It's like a special. Anyway, I wonder if you could make
Don't
it look
feed.
legit. Is what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
I really
you
don't know what that is.
So
It's when you.
it's like infused ink. It's where you infuse
Yeah.
the ink into the fabric. It's like a mouse pad. A mouse pad is like sublimated as opposed to like screen printing, which
I
is
gotcha.
painted.
Okay.
I want this Mad Mouse game just because of the tagline here. You will never forgive the rats for what they did to you, but they will pay for it. With your blood that boils, you sneak inside their dirty atty place to seek revenge. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in, man.
I like all
That's
those things.
hardcore.
Yep.
It tells a
Yep.
story.
Also,
that vengeance game, but with rats.
Right, with rats.
This map looks really cool, like with like some sort of maze and stuff. This looks fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is or not, but it's also $3. Or
I know, yeah.
€3.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Which is like $80. All right, Deep Shelf. This was launched. I don't think we'd looked at it when it first was launched.
I don't remember it.
Is this the same people that did like Dinogenics?
Dinogenics.
I thought
Yes.
so.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, they love dark covers.
They look
that
very
are,
similar
that are
in a lot
clearly
of ways.
printed without, it's too dark. The cover of Dinogenics and the cover of this box are both too dark.
But
Yeah.
their
They turn
games
up the
look
brightness
great.
a little bit.
But simultaneously,
games
like
look good.
neon. It's like
Yeah.
neon and dark. I
They
don't
both
like.
do
It's very,
that. I think the game looks great. I agree.
I love how this
Yeah.
game. Also, I do like the 90 to 140.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
that 140 is just an odd number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not 120.
2 hours and 20.
Am I correct? Because I haven't actually played it. The Dinogenics is mechanically probably simpler than like Dinosaur Island or Dinosaur World. This looks to me heavy.
Oh, I thought it was
I think
opposite.
it's a cleaner game, maybe, Mike, but I don't
Okay.
think it's lighter.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it. It's not light, but it's more straightforward.
It is
maybe.
kind of cleaner.
Okay.
It's a solid game mechanically, and this is from the same designer.
Okay.
This looks really good.
I
mean,
love
I'm,
the look of it.
I'm definitely a sucker for all those meeple, the little wooden pieces with the screen printing
I
on
love
them. That looks
screen printed
great.
wood. I love those sublimated meeples. Big time.
Also, there's something to be said about a little truck that carries wooden cubes around.
That is
Isn't
true.
sublimated when like they're
Sharp
sending
on
a
the
message into your
supplement.
mind, but you don't know it's being sent in there?
Wait.
I'm
That's
sublimating.
subliminal.
I'm sublimating a message into your head, Mike.
Also,
Oh
there's
my God.
I don't
technology.
appreciate
You drive
that.
me nuts.
That's right.
I don't appreciate
I'm a
that.
big fan of having tech. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. 2 ways to play. I'm less
I did.
excited about that.
I didn't know
this.
that I cared for that. It's like, oh, either cooperative or this campaign, or yeah, it did seem a little bit kitchen sinky.
Stop it. Just make
Right.
one really good game. Your
Yeah.
game doesn't have to be for every possible session.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Get that.
I'm also a fan of this thing that's starting to happen now where there's like a couple miniatures in the game.
Yeah.
That like, oh, here's a monster that comes through. Great. That's all I need is that one miniature. Does that bug you?
I don't know. I think in that case, I'd rather have like an acrylic standee. I don't know about meeple versus meeple and miniature combination. I don't know. I'd rather just have. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
You don't
sold
want to
on
mix
that.
the medias? Is that what
I
you're
guess,
saying?
but I mean, it'd still be mixed media with the standee and wooden meeple.
You're right.
You know, so I don't know what it is, but just one random miniature kind of throws it off to me.
It's a good-looking project.
But yes.
Theme
agree.
looks great.
It's a great
Yeah.
theme about it looks like a space game. Actually, the theme is technically about a space leaving the planet. But it's underwater. It's about these different factions exploring the seabed and I guess the planet not being cool with that, and we have to leave the planet. They found something.
I want a Boss
in the
Nass
deep dark.
figure.
Okay, no. So you're running it. All right.
Who think are you going to explore the deep shelf?
MicroBots, Duel and Power Up, a dueling game of robots with baked lasers that fits in a mint tin.
Yay!
I think I like the idea of this more than I like the idea of a little tiny, you know, like Button Shy. Oh, it's a whole game and a little bitty thing, or it's a game and a little thing. But then, and I'm sorry, this is not a slight on Button Shy. I think they do some of them quite well. But like this just seems like if everything fits in here, are the pieces going to be too tiny? Can I really get it in? Can I don't know. It seems gimmicky almost, you know. And I struggle
Tiny
being
epic
confident.
bots.
You know, in a project like this is one that's like, I like the idea of what you're doing, but I'm going to want to see it and play it before I commit to something like that. It just makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, the game is not small. Your production is small.
Right. That's been Tom's things against the Tiny Epic stuff for years.
Yes.
Does that make it fiddly because it's small?
which I
Or
haven't
does
said
it
for a long
fit
time.
the game?
You
Does
haven't.
it work?
Right.
Are these little cubes I'm moving half size of normal cubes so I can't actually do it feasibly?
Yes, and then
You know?
you underproduce it in a tiny box. You name it something like micro whatever, and you're good to go. That sucks. I'm
This
sorry.
isn't-
It makes those games kind of fiddly. Yeah.
This isn't the same company that did like Micro City or anything, is it?
Let's find out, Michael. 3 created.
What is it?
Micro Dojo.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah,
And Micro
okay.
Dojo.
Yeah, because there was
I
another. There
remember
was Micro
seeing
City.
that
I
one.
thought that came in one of these tins too.
Micro-
Well, unless they did it
City.
without going to,
They could have gone to GameFound for that one?
well, okay. Apparently Prometheus is,
Oh, apparently Stella
A
and
board
Tarrant
game.
did a playthrough last
what's
week.
the name of the
Well,
game?
Maybe I should
Micro-
watch your
Micro
channel.
City is the one I was asking about.
Micro City BGG. Second edition. No, that's from Destroy Games.
Okay. All right. Different game. Different company.
Is this also very tiny though? It's a tin.
I
as
thought it
well?
was small. Maybe not a tin though.
We will go back to MicroBots.
Tiny
Here
or
we go.
micro?
Yeah, this doesn't look interesting to me.
I like
looks
the
like-
idea of it, but
Right.
this seems like something if I was at a store and I picked up, I'm like, oh, it looks cute, but I don't think I would buy it.
I know I wouldn't. It blends into me.
I don't know. If I needed, $5 to get free shipping, I'd throw it on and try it.
All right.
Is it 5? No, it's 12.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
$12. Would you get it for $12?
No, not when shipping's 12.
Yeah, but then it's free.
How much would you pay?
All right.
Technically, if you're going to pay $12 for shipping and this is $12, you get it for free.
I guess, yeah.
That's how math works.
You're so wise.
Let me drink condescendingly.
Hoki. Fortune-telling legacy solitaire.
So here's
That
the thing.
sounds like a Mad Libs
It does.
name of a game.
I don't know that I care about the fortune telling. The kind of that. To me, that's a little bit of a.
It's hokey.
It's kind of okay.
Gosh.
It's a little thing
What's
to
in
try
there?
to get you to
What's
go
in
through
there?
this little
Straight vodka.
kind of campaign thing. But I kind of like the riff on solitaire, the micro riff on solitaire. I would definitely play this, and I do like the look of it. I think they do a nice job of kind of having that tarot kind of a look without being, too on the nose about it. I'm interested in this one. I was intrigued by the simple kind of. Tom's
Seems as
thrilled
he
with
needs
it. But the
Sorry, I didn't mean
the
to
simple
yawn
kind of,
while you were talking.
the simple concept that I can see how this could be taken to something more. All
Jesus.
right, well, I'm alone on this. I think it looks very nice.
No, I think if I like solitaire, I like watching it. I think for me, what throws me off, it's like if you have this, you can do this, or these two, you can do this, or if they're different, you can do that, or if you stand on your head, then you can. I was just like, it was too many like specifics. But again, I'm also not like the game solitaire. But if
Yeah.
I liked that game, I can definitely see this being for somebody. I actually like the look of it a lot. I like the look of the cards and stuff. And you're gonna you're doing it.
I think the cards look nice.
I like the look of the cards.
This looks like a gentle tarot set.
Yeah.
Like a tarot set that if your parents caught you with it, you'd be like, it's not tarot.
No.
And they'd be like, I guess it's not.
And I like
Yeah,
Rips
it really
on
is.
solitaire.
Yeah.
So
What are you doing
Yeah.
there? Nothing, not tarot. I'm not invoking the devil.
That's a-
Yeah.
that's a-
I was invoking the devil, but they couldn't tell from these beautiful cards.
all right.
Now that I've catnip in it.
Bossa, 2023 new edition.
Oh, we should
This
have brought
looks
it in here.
So familiar. Is this why you pulled it out? Who pulled it
No,
out?
that was
totally.
a absolute coincidence. I was like, okay, I'm going to do some unboxings. Oh, this came in. Let me unbox this.
Did you see it when he opened it up?
I didn't see when he opened it up, but I saw he did the unboxing, so
Yeah.
I went and pulled it back from the studio and looked at it a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that one there.
So Z said the
grayish
dice
one.
suck. Is that what you said?
What?
No, I said, the dice are, the squares there that are made from paper, I think.
No, you said the dice.
Right,
that
I'm
were
saying,
no-
making a point. The dice
Yes.
don't suck. They only suck in comparison to the
To the
how
rest of it.
artsy those squares of cardboard, paper, whatever feel.
Right.
They feel like an artisanal, handmade.
I think they are. I think that's
they're
right.
gorgeous. They're classy. Okay.
Yeah.
The dice are off the shelf. Most basic dice you can find. They
They
shoved
are.
a couple bright red dice in there. They don't fit the look at all.
I don't know, but I don't know what else I would put in there. Because like a
Gorgeous.
No, listen.
Like
Well, let me
frosted
finish
dice or
because
something.
I don't feel like if you put like a really fancy one, the rest of the project is very plain. To its benefit, like I think it is gorgeous as well. But part of its pretty
No,
nature
you
is being
can
so
have-
simplistic.
No, you can have beautiful plain dice. There
Okay.
are gorgeous dice out there. Let us seek in my collection, and we'll find some.
We shall.
There
I
are
We
agree.
shall
dice.
see. I guess that's I've never seen something that would be like, oh, that's the kind that would fit that aesthetic.
We'll
And so,
look for it. If we don't find it, I will be forced to go to Gen Con to the dice stand to buy dice.
you'll be
Yeah, I think the
forced.
problem is not that they look simple or plain, is that they look and feel cheap.
Incongruent.
And
Interesting.
incongruant. Yeah,
Oh, let's get off the
there's
dice.
sublimation
Let's get
kind
off
of
the
problem.
dice. The game itself looks interesting. It looks like a nice little abstract game.
Yeah. Well, you could try it. I mean, this, from what I could tell, this is adding very little to the game that we have in the studio right now.
Okay.
There's 3 new little two modifiers.
We should
sorry.
play that soon. Actually,
We should.
It only takes 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, we just
Let's play it
opened
right
My
now.
concern is it being
All
paper.
right, we'll be back. Well, we'll be waiting. We're sitting there playing the game.
My concern with it being paper, I'd feel the need to be like, all right, everybody wash your hands, and we'll play in 10 minutes after we're completely sure everyone's hands are very, very dry.
You're
Like,
not
it's-
fun. We'll play any way
Okay,
we
you're
want
gonna
to
play
play.
it one time, and then I do have concerns about it as a game. I think it is more of a statement piece because it is so very elegant looking.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Back to playing cards. Wonder Playing Cards Emerald Edition. All right.
Emerald.
Z, how are these?
These are pretty crappy.
These make me so mad.
There's
don't-
nothing here that's interesting.
You don't like the
whatsoever.
back? You don't think the
The
back's
back is
interesting?
It makes me so mad.
no. I don't like the backs. I think the coloration is super annoying. They switched out red for green. The chord cards and the pips and the index, everything is standard bicycle. No, there's nothing here.
That was my
This
thing.
is
It's like my
not interesting at all.
Sorry, really? Yeah. So for me, it's like the back. I was like, I'm fine with it, But let me see. But then the fact that the front is just standard bicycle with a couple little color variations to make it like look cheaper somehow,
I know,
And I was
it
just
looks
like,
worse.
"Urgh," you give this nice back and put all this into the back, and then you look at the front, and you're like, I can pick that up from Target.
All right.
agree.
You
Let's
know?
go to Andromeda's Edge.
No, we're not done
Take
talking
it
about the cards.
Back to the
Wait.
cards.
Crap, okay? I'm not backing it.
Joker.
Does anyone want to
actually
talk about
doing-
Andromeda's Edge?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Here's my biggest concern with this. I pop on a GameFound. This image right here is boring.
Yeah.
Like this very top thing. I was like, what is Andromeda's Edge? And I was like, oh, it's that game because when you go down, that's exciting.
Right.
Why,
Yeah,
why are they
why
using this as
not?
the thumbnail?
Well, but do they have that option? That's a trailer. I mean, I don't know because I've never
Well, they
worked
made
on the
the trailer.
back end of. I've never worked on the back end of GameFound.
No.
Do
You can
have
pick.
the
You
option?
can pick
Okay.
the thing that's there.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You're right though. This looks like a cinematic movie poster right here.
This looks amazing. And then we go back here. I was like,
So
what? Okay, anyway.
good.
But, okay, so
good.
this is, what is this, Mike? Tell us.
It's basically, from what I understand, Dwellings of Elder Vale 2.0. So it takes that core system and it puts it, rethemes it. Instead of fantasy, you're in space.
Finally.
And changes, from what I can tell, some of the, some details to the mechanisms, because it looks like he has his son working on it with him now. And but from what I can tell from people that have played it, I have not played it. I just haven't had a chance yet. It is going to have many things that are going to feel familiar if you have played Dwellings, with this idea of going out onto a modular map and then bringing all of your troops back to trigger cards that you'll be building in front of you. Obviously, Dwellings of Elder Vale, we just did our top 100, is still my #1 game of all time.
Spoiler alert!
No. Of
There was
course.
a guy who's going to go back and watch
The
it.
guy who's watching it right now, he's at number 2.
I mean, of course, I'm very interested in this. I mean, of course I am. But I will say, and I've said this to people because I've had a number of people ask me, what do you think about this? Because they know how much I like Dwellings. There's a part of me that, it's like, I don't know if I want my favorite game to be overtaken. You know what I mean? There's like this weird, almost possessiveness over, Dwellings. But look, I mean, I think Luke Laurie is a fantastic designer. I have no doubt that he iterated in such a way that probably makes it better overall. I won't know until I play it.
Okay, so I mean, I guess that was my question, because I've not played Dwellings of Elder Vale, and so I understand kind of the mechanisms of the game from looking at this, but not personally pulling. So do you feel like this is distinct enough from Dwellings that it could be like a sister game based on what you've seen here?
Couldn't answer that.
Or you don't know?
I don't know.
It looks really different. I mean,
Well, visually, but are you talking gameplay?
That's the problem. We don't know because it does look so different, right?
Right.
That's the
Okay.
issue.
Yeah.
You look at it and you go, this is nothing like Dwellings.
Right.
But it might feel a lot like Dwellings.
Right.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I mean, as much as I love Dwellings, obviously, there are a couple of things that I could see being streamlined, and if they did that in this, that might be enough right
Got
there,
it. Yeah.
realize this is a long game, though. It says 40 minutes per player, and we all know companies lie about that information. So this is going to be a 3-hour game.
Dwellings, for your first game is long, and so I don't know why this would be any different.
Does it scale down well? Like down to 2 or 3 where it wouldn't be?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be shorter with fewer players,
Of course,
and also
I guess
the
that's what
map
I'm
scales
asking.
as well.
Okay,
yeah.
but it does play well at that. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've played it across the player counts.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, see, Mike, I'm looking at the board. Where's
There was a quote.
No, that was probably from Mark, because I haven't
it
played
was from Mark.
Oh,
Yeah, like this
my-
part
my
here where
street?
they're building this little tableau in front of you. I can't think of something that's...
The cards. That could replace the cards. And then you're triggering those powers when you bring them back. I'm guessing. I don't know.
It's
Again,
a little busy of a board, but it also kind of gets me excited. And anything that lets me put little wooden pieces in plastic, I'm a real sucker for that.
I will say they did a great job with game trays in in Dwellings, and we'll see if they do it here.
You know, it made me think, I haven't seen game trays as an advertised thing on a Kickstarter for a while.
A little bit.
It's been several months.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're focusing
On their own games?
on their own game.
Come back and watch us play one of their games this Friday.
That's right.
All right. So,
Andromeda's Edge is longer and heavier than Dwellings, says Kevin.
That's not necessarily a bad thing,
It's not necessarily a good thing.
No, it's not. To me, it's neutral. If the game is better, I'm fine to play it longer.
all right, colorful inserts with original artwork for popular games 2. Now, this is not from... Who's the company that makes all the ones that you're putting together right now?
Folded space? Well,
It's
no,
not
these
from
are
Folded
wooden.
Space.
These
Yeah,
are
these
wooden.
are wooden, and they've also
these are
got,
wooden.
Yeah.
They also have acrylic, which is interesting. Printed acrylic.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, if you
printed
look at catch the
acrylic
light.
breaks every time.
But what? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Printed acrylic breaks on
Breaks.
these. There's always going to be... Because sometimes you have to, like, push the pieces together, and if you're not careful, those little pieces will snap.
We've seen that in practice. I will say, here's my
have to
thing.
be
I think the
careful.
look
Super
of this is pretty impressive. I worry that it's going to make the game so physically heavy.
Because of all that plastic.
Yeah, and the wood. And
Yeah, I think the plastic,
Thanks,
I don't
Brian.
mind
Nevada's my favorite state still.
the Vade. I don't mind, like, this kind of plastic, if you put together and you leave alone, as long as you're careful putting it together, you're
Looks
good.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
but the inserts-
But yes, I agree that if it's a lid that you have to remove and add in every time, that wear and tear I'm concerned about.
So as far as the wooden ones go, I think these look fantastic. And I was kind of, I don't understand why it's not doing so well. or as well as I think. I mean, it's barely funding kind of thing. So that really did surprise me. I wonder if it's because it's these specific games and it's games people aren't asking for. I don't know.
picked
but-
This is winner.
That's the one that surprises me
That
because
right
that has
there.
such an amazing insert out of the box.
And so I
I'm
was
like,
wondering if
why? If you have
that's
the
it?
retail edition, maybe not. I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know, but so it did kind of confuse me on why it's not doing better. I think my concern with this is with the wooden ones, it has the feature that the base is bigger than the walls. You know, see what I'm saying? It's like the base and then the walls or the sides of the inserts a little bit more, and I find sometimes in the box those just tend to move a little bit more. It's a little harder on joints from my experience. I don't know if you can see it in that picture right there.
Yeah.
And
okay,
so it's
right.
like, I don't love that feature, and most of them I've seen before, so this is one that I'd want to see, but I'm still confused. I mean, I love wooden inserts. If it's like my favorite game that I know I'm going to be taking in and out of the box lots of times, and you can get those good solid joints, it's going to stay together, and I think these look gorgeous.
I think it's got to be
just-
the game selection.
I guess.
Yeah, but these are hot games.
They are, and so that's what it's...
What's the cost?
2 or 3 odd ones.
I mean, well, I don't think they're that expensive for wooden inserts.
Well, each one's different. Like this one
Sure.
here.
I mean, it's a smaller box, so.
Red
sure, it's a
Cathedral,
small-
what does it say for this one?
I don't know.
I don't think it
Smaller
says
one.
there. Yeah.
I don't know.
It said it somewhere else. I
Like
saw 'em.
underwater cities. I mean, that's
These really look gorgeous.
is-
they
That
do.
is
So
popular,
I'm
yeah.
really confused by this. I would definitely try these out. I mean,
We are also having a hard time finding how much they cost.
it does say it. It's,
Is
I don't know
Fallout
where
a popular
it's at.
game? I mean,
I've never
this
heard
is the
of
one
it.
on
Never-
there
I've
that I'm
really
kind
never
of
heard of it.
surprised about.
And then Beast is also on there.
Those are big Kickstarter projects. Maybe most
Maybe
of
they're
these are
bigger in
Kickstarter
Poland.
projects, but not all of them.
Deal with the Devil.
The Deal with the Devil one looked really good. I guess I'm still not seeing the acrylic one that you're talking about.
So these are all wood.
I thought there was an acrylic cover
There's
on
some-
Well, there's some with
Thing-
acrylic cover.
Okay, that must be it.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
they were showing it kind of catching the light.
Right,
And you could
right.
see yeah.
What do you think, Mike? You were just talking about this game needing a good
Yeah.
insert.
I mean,
What do you-
it needs an insert, and so we're going to be looking at the.
Yeah,
The folded space one.
I just wonder what you thought if you'd looked at that one
It
specifically.
looked good to me,
Ooh.
Okay.
but the
I
weight
really like
again, the
that.
physical weight.
See the little
Yeah.
people poking their heads through?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of
see them.
cool.
I really like how that case
Yeah,
looks.
but you have to like put them in one at a time. I
Oh,
worry
I'm not
about that
lying. I
longevity.
just like how it looks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to see them, but wooden inserts are kind of a crowded market right now, I feel like, and so this is one I'd want to know what it's doing differently. Is it just the aesthetics? I want to know functionally what is this doing
Do
different.
you think, though, that within a few years, plain inserts will become a thing of the past?
Plain insert? Oh, absolutely.
I think they're on their way out. I think
I
this is the
absolutely
future.
agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless there's some games that, like I'll say Spirit Island, for example. You know, I would want a plain one, or Obsession. I just did a plain one that's like engraved or something like that because I think it thematically fits. I wouldn't want a big screen printed with that
Also,
theme.
splatter games, because those guys would be upset if they added any color to their games.
Oh, that'd be
They want
the horror.
the insert to look like
Yeah.
the back of the box.
Ideally.
Which is
yes.
blank.
All right.
So,
Witchbound.
I'm surprised this one's doing as well as it is for a 1 to 2 player storytelling game.
Kind of it's
Yeah, but you know
narrow.
what? Because you guys say focus, this one's focusing.
It is, yeah.
You're right. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. You have to like this theme. You have to like this look.
I do like the look.
I love this look.
Do you really?
I
I
do.
really do.
I find it okay. I was not super enamored with this one.
No, I like it.
It looks like
I don't love the cover. That's my least favorite part.
there's something that feels like inexpensive Japanese RPG feel to this.
that's what I think it is. It's a little too anime for my
Kinda like
personal.
that look.
Yeah,
I like that
I
look.
kind of like that.
I feel like this is a pleasant anime.
Yeah.
Rather
I
than
agree,
a
but
rather
there's-
than a teeny bop.
I
This is more
want
like-
Yeah.
one punch,
Nah.
and this is not one punch. It's like one hug. I'm not okay with that.
This feels like a video game. The
does.
way these things are laid out, it looks like I just have to get
Isometric
sword.
view, of course, yeah.
I agree. That's definitely what they're going for.
And I like the different. I love this interaction system. This has been done before. Where you
Sure.
take
Sure.
the number here and add it to that. That's a
It's a
good
neat
system.
idea. It's a neat idea, yeah.
I'm not hating on this game whatsoever. I just think the look
Oh, wait.
is very specific, which is great,
Oh,
but
that's cool.
it's not necessarily
Okay.
my most beloved look. It's all right.
I like some of the
But
people
yes.
that are involved with it, so yeah.
It's definitely focused. It knows what it's doing. It's doing just that. I have to commend it for that.
Yeah.
That's all the games, folks. Before we do our picks of the week,
Whoa.
we're going to talk about some non-Kickstarter stuff. But before we talk about some non-Kickstarter stuff, we're going to talk about some non-Kickstarter stuff that I keep forgetting to talk about.
That you actually
brought
got
it.
Oh,
in.
here we go. Get
Okay.
ready, folks.
All right.
Get
So first
ready.
we have,
Okay, this is important, folks.
what's this? Schlonk
Schlonkin.
the donk, right?
You gotta donk the schlonk, or you gotta schlonk the
Schlonk
donk.
the donk.
Yeah, so what
That's
this
the
is,
game.
as we discovered, because I got it because I thought it was hilarious.
And this is
setting.
something that was on Kickstarter.
It's a little
by the
top
way.
that you spin that has a screw in it.
Here we go.
Put it on the table. You can
Yeah, I
see it
think
on
you
the
need.
table.
Can you? Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
can
true.
see
It
it.
Yeah,
says
nice-
There you go.
Schlonkin.
All right, so spin
Schlonkin.
that top.
I'm gonna spin
the
this
top is
top.
one of your favorite toys, you said.
Oh, you got no chance.
Oh my gosh.
terrible-
You got no
Whoa.
chance.
That's a terrible
That was
spin.
I thought you were good at this.
embarrassing.
I normally
Did you
do it with a
practice?
string, okay?
Oh well.
That's yeah,
Okay, so
very good.
now
This is not the part of
schlonk
the game.
it with this, which means you basically have to screw it into the thing.
It's got-
That's gonna
screw
go
in.
flying. Hold on. I'm gonna
So far, the only person who slightly
can
did
do
it
it.
was Chris.
He also spent 14 hours on it.
It's such a stupid thing. I hate this. I hate it.
What?
What?
Here we go. Schlonk it. Donk the schlonk.
This is. Ooh!
Oh, that's perfect. Schlonk it.
Oh.
Donk and schlonk.
Oh! I dunked
No,
the
I think-
Nah, it's an
I think it has to
incomplete
go all
donk.
the way down.
No! It's on there!
No, it's incomplete.
No, I call that dunking it.
No, that's
You can't do it at all.
that's a
You
half
donked it,
schlonk
but
right
didn't
there.
schlonk it.
Wow.
That is a half schlonk.
This
Okay.
is so stupid.
I agree. But what's not
Schlonk.
stupid, I think, we got the
this
yard
is
ball. in.
Legit.
Y'all
This is
been all over
lovely.
this.
I love the yard ball, man.
Yeah.
Get the schlonking out of here.
So this
No.
is basically it's slightly larger than a regulation baseball.
It's in between
but
a baseball and a
It's in the
softball.
middle.
But it's made out of the same material gloves are made out
Yeah,
of.
it's super nice.
and we tested it, but
It's
we threw each
very-
other pretty hard at each other.
I threw
Yeah,
it as
this
hard
is
as I
very-
could.
She
Yeah.
was
These
trying to
had-
play dodgeball with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if it worked. It said you don't need a glove. Hold your hand up.
You
Let's
don't
try it
need a
out.
glove.
I
Yeah.
shot it out of a potato cannon within 2 feet of Z's head, and he's still
And he's
pretty
okay.
okay.
He still has use
I've
of his
been
face.
all right.
It's
My
great.
vocabulary has taken a hit, but I feel.
You feel all right.
What's the word? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
No, I really find this incredibly satisfying,
Yeah,
comfortable.
it is.
It's a great size for just kind of just messing with it.
The right amount of weight.
It's very light. I mean, it's not like it's not cheap light.
No.
It's comfortably light. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
great.
I like it a lot.
You,
I was.
no, you said when we looked at the Kickstarter,
You were underwhelmed.
You were like,
underwhelmed.
yeah, it's
I
true.
was.
You were like,
Look at
whatever.
that.
This ain't no Dunkin' the
Look at this
Schlonkin'.
That's
revisionist
right. I'd
history
rather
set up
gone
now.
No, I'm not going to say that publicly. Yeah.
All right, so one good, one bad.
He's having
I don't
flashbacks
back
from the potato can.
I don't back very many of these
Here, Mike,
actually,
you
so
wanna
don't
catch?
expect to see that
Mike,
often.
I'm going to throw it.
All right. Oh,
Oh, Z is the worst.
You just got shot.
All right, let's take a look at
invited
some other Here we go. Shift Happens, a book about keyboards. I almost didn't put this on because that title I find to be very stupid.
The title is stupid for a project that actually looks pretty classy. Like,
Very
It does,
classy.
yeah.
I like the look of this a lot.
Like the guy clearly did his homework,
Yes.
has his research done, has great pictures, and talks about. It seems like the kind of book that would be a stupid coffee table book
Right.
with pictures of keyboards. It's not. There's a
No.
lot of writing in there about different
Yeah.
kinds of keyboards, different things that they do with this machinery. It looks well researched.
Well, this shows here a layout of the book.
Yeah.
And you can see the pictures are only one out of every. You know, there's tons
Yeah.
of text.
There's a
in
lot of
there.
text.
Also,
yeah.
I love the idea of going into, detail about a very obscure subject. Somebody that loves a
Yeah.
obscure subject. If they are really passionate about it, it can make you interested in something that you really don't care about.
Yes.
And
To me, I was like, I want to learn about this. You know?
I agree.
And I have to say, I was really surprised at how well this is doing. And sometimes we say that, meanly. I don't know why so many people are backing it. I think it's fascinating there's this many people that want to know about
Yeah.
keyboards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so exciting almost. I'm
Yeah.
happy for them that they have this.
What
'Cause
is
it's
that keyboard?
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah, I
You'll
think
never
this,
back
believe
it and
number
find
6.
out.
this looks great, and I agree.
How much
Though
is
the
it?
title's kind of dumb for how
It is.
serious this is.
Right.
It's a pricey book, though.
Yeah.
How much?
That is
150.
150.
Hello.
For the book? That's
Well,
where the book starts?
It's 2 volumes, 12.
Two
What?
volumes,
2
huh?
volumes? On a scale of
2 volumes,
Oxycontin, how expensive
1,200
is
pages.
this?
That's
2 volumes.
Yes, Mike.
It's also, but here's the thing. Here's why it's actually more affordable than you might think. It's actually, the book itself is a working keyboard.
Is that correct?
No.
It's a mechanical keyboard.
I'll tell you what, though, for 1,200 hardcover pages, that's not that far off.
How much is it
actually.
for 1,200 volumes?
All right, you know what?
lot more.
You know what? You guys, you can put it together next week.
Aw, it's okay.
This
Tom.
is
You need a hug?
confounding to me.
How about a pill?
Are you supposed to roll these things when it has a
I
like
am
a
not-
hilt?
Oh, wait.
I thought this was just a joke. Like,
no,
not
I-
a joke, but I thought they were not functional.
Oh, I thought it was a trinket. Yeah, like it's just a keychain,
Okay, you're not
right?
supposed to
Forget
actually
the
roll.
dice part
This
of
has
this.
no use. This is just like, hey, cool, show your dorky side on your key
But
ring.
you know what?
Right?
This is, that's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I don't want to, though.
Why?
I like these a lot, actually.
Nah.
I don't care if the look of them. I like the idea. I like the idea of a very
I'm
specific.
going to get my ear pierced and have one stabbed through my ear.
Oh, you tease.
That's called Donk of the Schlump.
You're not doing that.
You're right, because I would weep the moment they put the needle near my ear. I'm like,
The thing is, they
out.
pierce it with this tool.
I'm confused by this project.
It's
I think it
just
looks
a
cool.
weird
It's a
trinket.
little trinket.
I'm not loving on this. There's no. It's clearly not useful. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's also not that cool looking. I'm not like, oh wow, so neat, so clever.
You know,
Also, you have
looks
to
cool?
know. You know how close you'd have to be to somebody to even tell what it is?
But
Yeah.
I love that.
I
I
like
love
those
those
a
little
little
things.
better.
No,
I
sometimes
know.
that's better. I don't need to see your earring all the way across the room.
I don't know if I
So-
want you up in my business so you know I've got this sword dice thing around my
Keychain.
neck. Keychain.
So this looks like something that you would find at Gen Con walking around the booth. Like
Yes.
I went to
I
and
can
I have
see
some little
that.
dice earrings that I got there, some little metal dice earrings. And so to that point, you really can't see what they are unless you're like staring at my ears, which is highly uncomfortable. Don't do that. But so I think that there is a place for this. It's just I don't know that I'd go to Kickstarter for it. At Gen Con, yeah, sure, maybe I'd pick it up as a trinket.
That's true. This is definitely an impulse buy.
Yes.
Also, as a keychain, this is definitely stabbing you in the thigh continually over and over again.
All right.
I assume it's pretty sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the climax of a movie, when the bad guy reaches to grab you by your shirt, he's like, ah! And anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. You
I
can.
suppose so. That's
Speaking of,
I love this so much.
okay, so if you're a creepster, we have a
I love this so much.
spider lamp, which looks not only like it's about to break and burn your house down, but also like it wants to do that.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
It is
It's like
nifty looking, yeah.
Toy Story, steampunk.
Look, it's
lampy.
moving.
I
Yeah.
love
I don't
it.
want
If it was
that.
back here and I'd reposition it between each video, like I love
That is
this
interesting.
so
This would be
much.
a good background
It
for
would.
everything.
You
It's
should get
really
it.
cool. The fact
much
that the
is it?
legs are all you can articulate it to
Yes.
to be climbing on a book or what have you. Like I find those to be the best shots in here.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones where it's not just standing there, but it is climbing
Yeah.
something in the middle of a climb.
Right.
That looks beautiful. I
That's
think it's
neat.
a
Or if it's
really
like-
cool accent piece.
Or if it's like right here and it has one leg like pointing out, like reaching for
No,
you.
creeper, we
it's
already
gonna be great.
established this.
It's gonna be-
Do you
Look
think-
at that! I love it.
Do you think though this bulb goes out?
Yeah.
I think you can get
It
bulbs
tries.
like this
Here we
at,
go.
Oh, yeah.
at like Lowe's
Anywhere,
or Home
yeah,
Depot.
you can get specialty
This is a
bulbs.
thing now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so is it funded?
No, and it won't probably.
500?
If
Maybe.
you get how
How
many
is
you have
no
to,
one
what?
backing this?
Yeah, I
like,
know, I'm
what's
surprised.
going on?
This is so cool.
How much is it?
$90?
That may be why.
Oh, that is expensive.
It's fully assembled. I'm surprised they don't
It's fully
sell one that's
assembled. Oh,
not
I thought
assembled.
I got to do it. Well, never mind. I'm less
Wait, what's the
interested.
difference
I want to
between
build
this one
it.
and this one?
Why would you want to do? Just take it apart when it comes then.
Also,
But what if it doesn't have instructions to
look,
put back together and I do it wrong?
if you
Yeah.
back this, you got it next month.
What? If you back this, I get this next month.
That's not what he
That is
said.
not-
That's what you said.
I said if you back it.
No. I heard
All right.
3 volumes.
This one really confused me, Mike, and I need your explanation because I get what this is. This
Yes.
is a record player
It's a
that
vertical record player. Yeah.
But every time they show it playing records, it's showing these cool colors. But if I know anything about records, they don't come in these cool colors.
Then you need to go to a vinyl store now, I guess, because apparently now it's not the standard still, right? You've always had kind of wacky colored vinyl, even way back in the 60s and 50s and what have you. But I think it's more prevalent now because the impression I get, and I am not a vinyl collector, so I'm not an expert, but the impression I get is that the people that are buying vinyl now are getting into it for more than just the sound fidelity, but they like
no.
these alternate covers
There's no
and they like
question
yeah,
on
they
that.
want the visual appeal of a turntable.
This actually, I'm not paying
This is a
$600.
thing now.
Well, the
There's a
vertical
lot
one?
of
I have
no. Verticals I've seen before.
Oh, but yeah,
the
swirled
the
colored
design.
vinyl.
I'm not.
Oh,
I mean, I've
absolutely.
had.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with vinyl from when like vinyl was the only thing you had.
Right, me too. I've not gone back, and I'm not one of the new vinyl collectors. I don't have any.
So, and they were black.
Well,
but now they're colored like this?
Yeah, but they were like this even back in our days. It just was much rarer then than you'd see them now.
I don't know that I ever saw one, Mike.
Yeah, I did.
Really? You never saw like colored vinyl?
I never did.
Oh,
No.
I absolutely did. Yeah.
But I mean, this would make me more willing to buy one of these.
Sure.
Because then it's like an art piece. I'm not paying $600
It's
to get one of
remarkably
these. That's how much my
expensive.
iPhone costs.
You can get the spider 6 times.
This also is a
Good point.
You can also use it as a Bluetooth, and I mean, I don't know, you're not going to pay $600
What?
for a Bluetooth speaker, but it does do other things as well.
So it's a fake.
No,
I have the thing spinning, but
Yeah.
I'm actually playing off Spotify.
yeah,
Zune.
I am
blows
not.
my mind. I don't
I
get
am
this.
not going into vinyl because I know myself too well. I'm just not going to go into that rabbit
You don't
hole.
get that people
You-
are
you
going
would
back
go-
I would go
technologically?
crazy.
I don't
And
get.
they're
Yeah, I
they
don't
take up too
understand
much
anything. Like, I
space
don't
and-
understand why.
They do.
But back
I will go to my death thinking it's a pretentious thing. Everyone's like, no, the sound quality is really better.
Oh, it's 100% pretentious.
And
But then
it's
why does it have Bluetooth so you can play through your iPhone if it's actually better?
Because
They want to
they're
sell
lying.
it.
Yeah, because
Right.
you want to be
$600.
versatile. Why wouldn't you? I guess I don't know.
By the
That
way,
doesn't
your
bother me.
comments are not going to change me later on. People are like, no, it really does sound better. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm just going to
I'm
live in the
glad that
future.
this is there for you to buy.
My
them.
thing is that for me, if it sounds better, it's still probably not coming through a system where you're going to be able to tell the difference.
Sure, right.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I'm not in a soundproofed room with
Right.
huge monitor
Yep.
speakers. Usually you're in your car.
Right.
For me,
yeah.
anyway. That's where I listen to most of my music is in the car.
These still look really cool, though.
They look great.
All right.
Yes.
Ringo!
We're done with the cool stuff, folks. How is this making $66,000?
Oh my
am
gosh.
clueless.
Really? You don't know why?
No.
Because if you watch the video, it shows people like in the gym recording themselves doing things or out doing their little skateboarding videos.
Yeah,
they
you
don't know
kidding?
where
This
to. This is for those people
Oh.
who want to on the
Slam
travel.
dunk.
Absolutely. I'm not sticking up for the project. Like
I'm sticking up for
but
this project.
absolutely.
Hello, I'm backing this.
My son.
Are you? No.
My son, who's always recording himself doing skateboarding and stuff like that. Oh my gosh!
But does he walk around with a water bottle, though?
Yes, he does.
Every kid.
Really?
Well, you're required to take them to school
I guess
now.
that's it.
Yeah. No,
I'm
he does.
telling you, this is
It's
Okay, you guys
this is
convinced
kind
me.
of cool.
What?
It's so that like
I wanna
all of
listen to
this
Reason.
stuff is very not me, but I get that
Right.
it's very popular right now in many people younger than me normally, but whatever. So I think this is a neat idea. The water bottle's going to be good for you. You're going to have it, drink some water. And then the fact that, you can plop your phone on there. You're at the gym, set your phone on it and listen to music or
Right.
watch something.
I don't think the plane thing here is
Well,
selling me. 'Cause who takes water bottles on a plane?
I do.
Do you? You have to fill it between.
Yes, I drink it before I
There's
go
a
through security
toilet
to
on
refill it. Sean right there. Sean says it's made for the TikTok kids. Absolutely.
I agree.
At 100%.
100%. They
No
drink
matter where
water
they
too,
are.
folks.
So yeah,
Stupid kids.
absolutely. And I mean, it works with MagSafe. So if
They're
you
not
have the
going to know who
iPhone.
Ringo is.
I know.
What a wasted reference.
Okay, guys. Moving on.
I
maybe it's a
might
fine
back
idea.
this. How much is it? I might back it.
Is it if it's the same as the spider lamp? Will you get that
$60?
instead?
That ain't bad.
If it's a good water bottle,
It's almost a
that's
whole
fine.
spider.
Wait, that's a small one.
No.
Oh, no. I need
Large
a
one,
big one.
64.
Oh, getting closer.
I'm back in.
I get
It's
two
a dollar
for
an ounce.
You
109.
get two. You can get a spider instead.
And the spider can hold my phone.
Why do we keep going back to the spider?
loves
Because
the
it's
spider.
so cool.
All right, Mike.
Cool.
Yes.
This is your pick of the week, so let's talk about
Oh my
it.
gosh.
No, this is very much not my
A
pick of the week.
catnip
Your wife tell you I sent this
infused
to her?
tarot
So
deck.
if the idea behind this is that you're supposed to be able to read the mind of your cat with this tarot deck,
I love it.
why would
Who's
you
getting
want
high,
to get
right? This is the-
reinforced that this animal that's living with you wants to kill you? It's like, do I need these cards to tell me that this cat, were it 3 times its size, would rip me to shreds, right?
Yes.
Everybody that has a cat knows that cat would kill them if it could, right?
Yeah.
I don't need tarot cards to tell me that.
Okay,
that
here's
being
what's-
said, I do like the art on these.
I was gonna
a lot.
say,
Here's what-
would you get a poster?
Oh, you do like
Absolutely.
the art.
I
You
do
like this
the-
artwork?
I really do.
Here's what I think,
It's
and,
like
and
Zoo
maybe I'm
Gladys
very
all over.
wrong. I don't know, folks. This artwork to me looks like AI generated
It
artwork.
kind of does, and if that's the case,
And you can tell in the eyes. All the eyes are kind of off.
This might be AI generated. You're right.
You know,
Yeah, that would
sometimes
make
the
me
eyes
less
don't quite look
interested.
right when you do AI generated stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. Or this person has never seen cat's eyes. That also could be. There's something off about this. It feels creepy, even creepier than usual cat things. Yeah, no, I don't like this one. This one made me uncomfortable.
Well, that's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
You're supposed to be uncomfortable, slightly unsettled.
All right.
Okay.
But
What
you
am-
cannot just communicate with cats.
Now this is all you.
Now it's time to communicate with dogs.
Oh, wait, no, wait. This one made me uncomfortable.
So this is a thing because it said it's made for pet psychics. Is this a thing?
course.
There are like psychics
I
that.
have no idea.
Yeah, I found, and this is not a joke,
100%.
but some people, when it comes to their pets, are more gullible than even new parents are. Like, oh, you can talk to your pet. Oh, you know, sorry.
Whoa,
I got really
whoa,
excited
you
there.
did, yeah.
But no, people will do anything, and these are the same people who probably bought clothes for their dog.
What do you mean? Dogs are supposed to wear clothing.
In defense, I have bought a sweater for my dog when we lived in really, really cold because he doesn't have a thick coat.
I
But
bought a
it's-
pair of Gucci shoes
No,
for my
like-
cat, and then I realized, wait, I need another pair of Gucci shoes.
No, like I did
see
at one point. 'cause
somebody
he's-
drinking out of a toilet. I see shoes being eaten.
Yeah, this
Okay, now you're hurting
one,
me.
like, the more I looked, the more confusing I got. I was like, wow, I feel like there's a whole...
Is this to talk to them after they die?
No.
No.
This is like while you're... That's
No,
the-
that exists too.
I'm sure that does. That's like
medium.
a Ouija board
That's dog
for
mediums.
dogs.
That's dog mediums, yeah.
This will actually, we should have did. Well, we did these in reverse order because the cat one at least looks a little better than this piece of trash.
Yeah, I'm not
This is
thrilled. with
nuts,
But it says, I mean,
man.
again, it
Jeez.
says it's made for these people for this purpose. It is made for pet psychics, and I'm like, wait, hold on, this is such
I
a
just
niche
feel like this
that
is
I
a gullible.
need to
This
know about.
feeds on people who are gullible. I really do. I mean, they're also. I think the intersection of those people who are really gullible and people who surf Kickstarter
To be
is not
fair-
very high.
Wait.
Right.
I sense Skipper in the room. Do sausages mean anything to any of
All right, let's take a look at the dumbest. This was canceled. We're putting this.
This is fantastic. I love this.
Nothing
This feels like
dangerous
a
here at all.
joke.
Right.
This feels like a meme where they're like, "This is why guys live less than women."
Oh, yeah. Oh,
It looks like it's on one of those
absolutely.
things.
Yes.
It's like
So basically, you can play the video actually if you turn down like it's a very
Oh,
short
it
video.
shows you, yeah. But
It's
you'll,
like
Yeah, here you go. Check this out. Here's how this works. You
proof
turn
of
on the
concept,
shower,
folks. Proof of concept.
and
There
there's a
you go.
little turbine in there that is being spun.
It turns the light
Then you plug in.
Right.
Wait, so it
And then
only
you
works
die.
when the shower's on.
Correct. Yeah, it's actually being worked
Right.
Yeah.
by the water going
So
through.
how long of a shower are you taking? That
As
you
long as it
also
takes to charge my phone.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your mom
feel like-
that's like, why is Johnny in there for 45 minutes?
How clean are you? 42%.
Yeah.
This
that
is
was
amazing.
awful.
That's all you need to is that like 10-second video.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
like, I got it.
Right.
Yeah, I should plug in my electronic
Right.
things
Yeah.
in the shower. Where's the toaster adapter?
just
This
saying,
guy
yeah,
says he would hate to be in the
plug it up.
middle
Are
of a
you
football
kidding me?
game.
Right. That's,
Or
that's what I
maybe
was
a
thinking.
funny YouTube video,
Yeah.
which you cannot pause. Okay, you know that,
You
right?
can't.
No,
you
no,
can't.
no, you can't.
Nuh-uh.
You guys can't pause us right now. And he's gonna patent the thing too.
Well, sure he is.
I
You
could
know.
wash and dry my hair at the same time. Yes, Loopy.
This guy says I'm a laid-back techie. I feel like he's not a techie. I mean, this feels like the sort of project.
Trekkie, maybe.
That-
wanted to do
This feels like the sort of project. If you told anyone, they would go, "No."
right.
They think it's a joke, which
You wanted
I
to
think
do
it might
something
be. I don't know.
with
Let's put something like
hydroduction.
on the
A school
shower.
project, more like it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like almost something bizarre. Okay.
Cool. Plan the perfect crime. Here you go.
All right.
Goodness.
We're gonna start Mike's pick of the week.
Yeah, there's no drama here. My pick of the week is clearly Andromeda's Edge. It's a reiteration of my favorite game of all time. I'm going to be very open-minded. I'm going to try as best I can to go into this when I play it with as few expectations, because that's not going to be fair to this game, right?
Sure.
I need to treat it
Right,
as its
yeah.
own thing, but my goodness, it's built on the bones of my favorite game, so I'm expecting to love it. We'll see, but I do know that this new publisher did a very good job with Flamecraft, right? So I have a feeling that the project is going to be run well. The components are going to be stellar.
Right.
This designer has a proven track record. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Andromeda's Edge.
Anyone else? This is their pick of the week? No?
No, it's garbage.
Mine is going to be Witchbound. I actually think this looks really good.
Okay, interesting.
So this, I'm a big fan of the choose your own adventure things. This looks very similar to the, what's that book we have? Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, a terrible name. It has a very strong look of that.
Yeah, right.
And I think this is one that I think my kids would like. It gives me a strong anime movie vibe, almost of the, not quite the famous.
It's like Kiki's flying, whatever.
Yeah, it definitely gives
Delivery
that
service,
vibe.
that's it.
But that movie, I think, inspired a lot. There's
Studio
comics,
Ghibli,
there's
yeah.
cartoons that all do the same thing.
It kind of looks like that.
But yeah, it looks a lot like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, Z?
I'm going with the Deep Shelf.
I thought that would be your pick.
Deep
Yeah, that one looks
Shelf.
Deep
looks-
Shelf
good.
9.
This was my number 2. It really
This
looks
looks
great.
really good. Yeah, I like the underwater setting. I like what's going on in it. The resource management. I think it's a good, a good meeting point between interesting mechanisms, hopefully, but also a cool theme. I like those two things together. And the Dinogenics game is robust. I just don't really care for dinosaurs that much.
Yeah.
This theme I like much better. So I'm hoping
I
this is
agree.
You
the
don't
one.
like dinosaurs?
I think dinosaurs are fine.
They're okay.
Yeah.
This is
I mean,
more exciting.
they're dead. Okay, let them rest in peace.
All right.
It's a good reason they're gone.
All
They're
right,
not
Camilla.
that fun.
Yes, I can pick that one.
You can always pick this. Is it?
Oh no, I'll go with the game. But yes, I do love that.
Disappointed
I'll
by
leave
it.
it there just for a minute.
Put it over the bowl.
Okay, all right. So no, I was really tempted by Deep Shelf, and for all the reasons you said, Dinogenics is one I've always wanted
Oh,
to
we're
try,
doing
just
Deep
haven't
Shelf
got
again?
to. No, but I'm actually going to go with the one
keeps
y'all
head
crapped
faking
on,
you.
is the crypto one, because
What?
I know.
agree.
I was
It
like,
looks good.
It looks good. The
game?
gameplay, I'm not really auctioned
Like
to the
second
fact
or
that you
third
can
line,
put something
Yeah, I
down
don't know
there.
where I
and
am.
it's-
I wasn't expecting this.
It's
Yeah.
when do you want to add to that versus the only time you can buy the cards is during that phase. So you have that decision process of, do I vote on this card and try to outbid somebody, or do I just buy it outright, what I actually want? I think the gameplay looks really interesting in a mechanism that I'm not usually drawn towards, is that
Okay.
bidding. And I think that really has a neat balance to it. I don't mind the look of this. I think it is kind of an interesting look. I just wish the theme was different. I don't know that the theme is one that I'm pulled by, but as far as the gameplay goes, like I'm very excited about this. I would really want to try it.
I kind of agree with you. I just don't like the theme.
Yeah, it's a theme.
Right.
If it was just
The
art
game
collector,
itself,
if it was something
yeah.
else, the whole NFT collecting,
Right.
ugh.
That's the issue. I think the game
Yeah.
itself looks
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I think the art is good. I think there's a lot I like about it. But even with that, because of that mechanism, I think it's one that I would try. And I'm a themer, so for me to say that is like really big.
All right, folks. Well, there you go. That's everything from Crowdsurfing today. My words are slurring.
It's Valium.
Stuff I've been drinking. All right. Anywho, we'll be back tomorrow morning with Board Game Smorgasbord at 9, and then tomorrow at 2 we have our top 10 games from 10 years ago, 2013, which still feels like that might have been last year.
I know, right?
We're old. You're old. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Mike Delisio.
I'm Mila Cleghorn.
Yo, I'm Z Garcia.
Charge your phone in the shower.
Yo, do it. It's
don't
perfectly
know.
safe. Don't even
Yeah.
worry about it.
Skipper.